So we initially contacted Martyn Gerrard because they're a local agent. I've seen signs for them around the place. We talked to a couple of agents as we went through. We wanted to rent our house. It's our house. It's a family home, but we're moving away. We wanted somebody to come and look after it and be good tenants. We talked to a few agents, and Martyn Gerrard really impressed us with how focused they were, how friendly, how open, and frankly, how confident they were that they could find a good tenant for us in this area. We didn't have much of an idea about what we were looking for in terms of fees and rental fees. So we actually went through 3 agents, talked to them, and got some idea of what we could get. And it was clear that Martyn Gerrard were confident they could get a good level of fees from us. They were really good at going out and finding people to fill that brief. Shiraz and Faisal were fantastic. They were on the phone whenever they needed to be. They set up meetings nicely. They were very attentive to our questions, and we eventually managed to rent out the property in just a couple of days. It's really important to us that the right people came in. This is our home. We really wanted it to be kept in as good a place as it can be and have a family here who could enjoy it like we've enjoyed it. Faisal and Shiraz and the whole Martyn Gerrard team were really good at going out and finding somebody just to fit those criteria. We had a number of families come through in rapid succession that was well organised, but eventually we found a nice family who actually already rent with Martyn Gerrard elsewhere and wanted to move into a larger property in a nice area like this. So it was a smooth process from start to finish, and much quicker and easier than I'd expected. As first-time landlords, from our perspective, we weren't 100% sure how we would set up the management of the property. And actually, when it was described to us, the full management process from Martyn Gerrard looked like an ideal way to go. They would take care of everything in our absence. They would pick up tenant queries. Any big issues, they'd always revert to us, but any smaller issues they'd be able to deal with by themselves, leaving us with quite a lot of freedom and presence of mind that we were being looked after. The team at Martyn Gerrard have been really good at being contactable. They've given us a number of different contact points. So not only the team that's looking to rent the property out, but also property management, also some people in back office. And that means that we've always got somebody we can turn to quickly. In terms of responsiveness, we've had responses incredibly quickly. They've been proactive about it, calling before coming round just to check in that, we were still ready for an appointment that we'd previously made. Those kind of things mean a lot. It's not nice to dial into a black hole or send an email that never gets responded to, but they've been really good at coming back to us quickly. Yeah, there's a couple of things they do which I think are really good for that personal contact. First of all is the deal team is dedicated. We've had the same people in Faisal and Shiraz the whole way through. And they've talked to us throughout and been very personable and reassuring throughout the process. We get a single point of contact for the full management process who is looking after properties in this area, and they'll be our point of contact going forward. So any issues, we can go to them. They're an individual. They know us. We know them. They know the property. And it all works a bit more seamlessly than if it was a large corporate structure where there might be a call centre or a big team looking after properties in a specific area. For us, money was less important in terms of the fees up front than the quality we were going to receive throughout. In actual fact, the fee that was quoted to us is actually not very high. It's not much higher than anywhere else for a full management fee. In fact, it's probably very competitive. But we felt that we would get a quality of service and contact which was higher than other offerings. And frankly, for us, that was so important that we weren't going to be stuck with issues arising through the process, a lack of contactability, and agents that couldn't help us. And I think with Martyn Gerrard, we're not going to have any of that. I think their local knowledge was obvious. From the first moment they came, they knew the area, they knew the schools. We're actually in 2 catchment areas. They knew that. They knew that we could get to the station easily. They knew the shops. They knew the cricket ground behind us. They knew the area really well. They'd also rented a number of properties nearby, and they were able to kind of give us some good context with that, which was fantastic. When they came to marketing the property, the photos taken were lovely, and presented it in a lovely light. There was a video to go with it. As a walkthrough of the property. It all felt very professional. The website link was really good. And also I know they went back through their own old tenants or contacts that they had in the area and made sure that they knew about the property. So when we did go up and go live with the listing, we hit the ground running and we had lots of people come along and come through the house. I think everything they've done has been top quality. I think they've been available all the way through. The team in particular, when I had questions as a first-time landlord, they were open to talking through, this is why you need to do this. This is what this means. This is what this acronym is for. And everything they did was, above and beyond, I think. So the reason I'm doing this testimonial is because Martyn Gerrard, the whole team, Faisal and Shiraz and everybody I've dealt with, has tried to be helpful to us through this process. And I think that's a really good sign for a business, and it's something that deserves to be talked about. I feel very comfortable recommending them to landlords out there looking for an agent, either to replace an existing agent or as a first time. I think the quality that they've brought to the whole process has been fantastic, and I've really enjoyed dealing with them, which is a great sign for everybody else out there.